All right. Welcome to Burn the Ship, the podcast that inspires entrepreneurs to go all in and connects them with professionals that can help them do it. Today we have Kyra Watson with Honeycomb Virtual Assistant, and she's going to tell us all about what she learned about running a virtual assistant business.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about your business. When did you start doing this, and what made you want to get into it?
I started my business about 2 years ago. I was let go at work because of budget cuts, and I was really reluctant to trying to find another job in corporate. So, and I've been actually looking into virtual assistant. I have been seeing a lot of virtual assistants promoting like courses and that. And so I just decided to go ahead and try out a course that I took. And within the first 2 weeks of me joining them, I got my first client doing social media management for someone who was trying to break into like the comedy space.
Okay.
So that's how and ever since then I haven't really looked back. So.
Okay. And so, like, how did you get started in your business? Did you start like under somebody, or did you just go in and just start doing it by yourself?
I started doing it by myself, but I was also trying to do like subcontract work because I felt like it was promoted. Like the promotions that I saw was always like, you can quit your job within 3 weeks, like how it usually is. And I'm like, that was a lie. Let me try and find another way. And I try to submit for some subcontract like virtual assistant companies that I can work through and still have that freedom of making my own schedule and that, and not having the constraints of corporate. So I was applying for those and I would get accepted, but I wasn't getting work. And so I just started to join Facebook groups, network with people, and then ask a few people that I knew, could they give my information out because I know what I'm doing and I'm trying to help and I'm trying to make money. So that's kind of like how I started to bring on clients.
Okay. All right. And so tell us a little bit about like your, who you like to work with the most. Like, what is your niche when it comes to virtual assistant?
I would say I don't necessarily have a niche, but I do like to help others. So I do work with two of my clients do nonprofit.
Okay.
So one is she has a nonprofit that she runs. She's a community developer in Chicago, and then I have another client who basically teach nonprofits how to utilize their data to make a more impact in the community.
Yeah.
So like learning about how to give back, how to improve like in different areas in different communities. I like working with nonprofits, but I also like working with just kind of cool I guess industries. Like I have one client who's a neurotherapist, and I didn't even know that was until I met her.
Wow.
So she works with brain. She works with the brain and help people function better, but it's not invasive. So it's like you have a cap and she tracks your brain in that and reads and it help you either get better sleep, better focus. She works with professional athletes. So to answer your question, I wouldn't say I have a specific niche, but I do like working with people that help others, like in nonprofit sector, and then like just kind of cool, interesting industries.
Yeah. Okay, so you've become an expert at assisting others with their business. Yes. So tell us about what that is and why it's so important to you.
I would say one of the other reasons I really wanted to do this was because I wanted to help other people. Because I'm just a person. I just like to give back and help. Yeah. And any way I can support others. When in their business, what it made me really want to sink my teeth in this. Yeah. And I would say like I'm tripping up. I would say that the thing that I enjoy doing and the services that I provide for my clients are kind of general admin. So I do CRM, web development is not necessarily general, but a lot of marketing and creative things. So branding, one pagers is project based as well as like what am I trying to say? Like hourly. So if there's a specific project that they need me to work on, and then also like calendar management, email marketing, and I also started to work with a few months ago someone in podcasts. Okay. So doing podcasts and video editing is something else that I really enjoy doing it. I started doing video editing just because I was trying to be a YouTuber. And I like doing it. And I also am like a film nerd a little bit. Okay. So that was something that I was like, let me learn more about it.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah. And so you were working in corporate. I know you said you got laid off. Was there something that happened, either before or during or after that happened that made you develop this skill that you wanted to actually go out on your own and do it on your own, helping people?
I think just working in corporate. That sounds so bad. But I think that I wanted more freedom.
Yeah.
Because I wanted, and I also needed, it wasn't for my mental health. I needed something that allowed me freedom, and not just time-wise, but being able to disconnect from the burnout of working in corporate. And then also, I'm an analytical and a creative person, and I wanted to be able to tap into both of those sides of my brain. But what I was doing was in HR, I was doing HR analyst. I was an HR analyst, and it was like, there's no creativity here. I need something else that can balance that. So that's another reason why I was like, let me give myself an opportunity to do both.
Yeah. So now when you were starting your business, like what worked really well for you that you are glad that you did? And then what didn't work so well that you wish you had done differently when getting started?
I think what worked well for me was just starting and doing it imperfectly. Because I know I'm definitely someone who overanalyzes things. And I know a lot of people do overanalyze things. And it was just like, imperfect action is better than no action at all. Yeah. And so I didn't have a website. I just created a Canva portfolio and sent it to people like, check this out, schedule some time. And that's something that I would say like really helped me just go for it, was that I didn't have to do it perfectly. I just had to get it done.
Yeah.
I mean, the quality was good, but I didn't have to have a website. I didn't have to have all these things specifically in place. It was just me being able to show that I was able to do it. I would say something that didn't necessarily work for me was going for roles that I knew that I wasn't necessarily good at or should have done, or I wasn't in tune with, like clients and stuff. I worked with someone, it was a brief contract, and they were in the tech space, but what they wanted, I was trying to fit myself into this role, but it was just like, it's not working. I can't even comprehend what this person is asking of me. Right. So that's like, I'm going to set myself up for failure and my client up for failure. So that was something that I knew. I'm like, I can't do that again. And I've had conversations with other virtual assistants who have done that, because when you're in the space, it's like, I want to get as much work and as much experience as I want, and then I can figure it out from there. But it's like, if you know for sure that this is not what you want to do, don't go for it.
Right.
So that was something that I would say didn't work.
Okay. And so for anybody else in our audience that may be considering getting into this industry themselves, what is some advice that you could give them, like for themselves getting started, to stay motivated and to actually make it happen without, losing hope or something?
Yeah. I would say start imperfect. Like, you don't necessarily need a website. I know a lot of people feel like you do. And at some point you might want to get one just so you can have an online presence. I would say that. And I would also say being able to be in networking, like a space where you can network on Facebook, network, Eventbrite, go to virtual networking events. Alignable.com is a good space for small businesses to connect and network. And I've gotten leads from there. And then also not being afraid to ask people to put your name out there. Shameless plug. Just shameless plug yourself. Because even when I started, I was a little afraid, because I'm like, I don't, my friends and family might judge me, and don't worry about it, because their judgment is not going to pay your bills. That's how I feel.
Yes.
So I would say don't be hung up on doing, like, getting everything in alignment. I mean, you want to make sure that when you're getting your site and stuff up, or your name, that it's not taken, because you don't want to have any legal issues. But don't be hung up on the perfective, like the really intricate things. You just need to get yourself out there and, start to promote and work, and make sure that you know what you want to do, and be willing to continuously learn.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then what kind of impact has this skill, doing virtual assistant work, had on your personal life and business life?
It has made a great impact because I'm able to go out more. I'm able to spend more time with my son, and I'm able to have the freedom and flexibility. I do work a lot, but that's just me. Like, some people have better boundaries when it comes to work. I'll be up at early in the morning just working because I'm like, I want to do it. It's not that it's this daunting task. That's what I want to do. And I would say that my mental health is a lot better because I'm not stressed out. I don't feel like, I'm not as burned out as I was before.
Yeah. Well, that's good. And so where do you see the future of your business? Like when you look, 5 or 10 years down the road from now, like where do you see your business going? Do you see you hiring other people, or is it just a one-man show? Where do you see the future of your business?
I actually am in the process of trying to add another person to my team.
Okay.
So I want to be able to grow and have maybe a few subcontractors to have like a virtual assistant team.
Okay.
And having specifically tech marketing and media in those pillars for servicing companies.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So now tell me, so it sounds like you really love this and this is like your thing to do, but I'm going to ask it anyways. If you weren't doing this and you could do anything else, what would you be doing? Is there anything else you would want to do instead?
I would say I would be a screenwriter.
Okay.
Because I like film and I like storytelling. I would probably be doing screenwriting.
Okay. All right. And then tell me, so this is called Burn the Ship Podcast. So tell me what the first thing that comes to your mind whenever I say, what does it mean to burn your ship?
I just visualized myself on a beach in Bali. That was the first thing that popped up in my head. So vacation all the time, traveling, just enjoying life.
Yeah, enjoying life. Okay. So I want to tell you what burn the ship means to us. So it means burning your ship to go all in on starting your own business, taking that chance, putting yourself out there. They started this podcast when COVID was happening so that we could still meet with people and talk to them either virtually or in person if they wanted to come in here. So I'm glad that you came on to the podcast and told us how you burned your ship and went all in. So now tell us how we can find you and how we can help. What is a good referral partner and referral for you, and how can we find you?
You can find me. My website will be up soon. As I was talking about not having a website, it's going to be up soon. At honeycomb.com, honeycombvirtual.com, honeycomb with a K, virtual.com. I'm on Instagram and Facebook with the same Honeycomb Virtual. Okay. And I would say a good referral partner for me would be anyone who's looking for assistance with, business help, entrepreneurs, people in nonprofits, maybe someone who's looking to have their podcasts or videos edited and need assistance with social media marketing management, things like that.
All right. And so now that I told you what burn the ship means to us, tell us what burning the ship has done for you and why our audience should try it too.
Freedom. That's the first thing that comes to mind. I think being able to go all in with entrepreneurship is challenging. It'll help you grow. It'll help you connect with different people. It's a way to elevate yourself because I feel like before I did all of this, I was stuck in a rut, in a rat race, and it's giving me an opportunity to really develop skills, acknowledge things that I needed to acknowledge and recognize, and grow in different ways that I never even thought I was able to grow. And then being an example for my son and other people in my family that wants to be in entrepreneurship. So being, I guess, a leader in that way in my family as well.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome. I loved hearing all about your story. And I thank you so much, Kyra, for coming on to Burn the Ship. We loved having you as a guest, and I look forward to learning even more about your business. So thank you.
Thank you.